How many different swing thoughts like that will you cycle through in a week?
If I'm really trying to find my golf swing, I can go through over 100 pretty easily. And it's like, I'm telling you, it's like 15 to 20 on a range session, easily. Maybe more sometimes if I'm really trying to find something. Yeah, I've got a lot of going up in there, and you wouldn't want to be in there.
Best day of the week.
What's that?
Cut day. Did you know that the last time Xander Schauffele missed a cut was this tournament? 3 years ago?
The coolest thing about this cut day is that basically everyone is still in the field right now. Everyone in the field yesterday shot 79 or better except for one guy. Nick Dunlap, he shot a 90. Not to brag here, but I actually shot an 87 in my last round at Augusta National, so I beat him by 3 shots.
Nothing like golf, nothing like the Masters. Fired up for Friday. Rory has always been an emotional player, for better and sometimes worse, but like no one rides a high like Rory.
I'm interested today in writing about what's happening with this 2-pairing stretch of Rory and Bryson. I feel like they're the actual contrasting stars in pro golf right now in their approach to the world and their approach to golf. And I've heard people saying that Bryson's like willingness to will on the crowd wins him some good favor that like Rory doesn't receive, because he's a little bit more internal and you can kind of see what's happening with him. I don't know if I buy that though. I think everybody loves both of these guys, but they go about their golf in such different ways. And I just think it's funny that like the whole sport has come around to these 2 dudes, one of them being this YouTube superstar and the other of them being this guy who like outwardly does not want to watch YouTube, as being like, this is the future of the game.
50 has been absolutely impossible.
No, wait!
I'm not of that generation.
Garrett, Grant, Sergio.
I'd much rather watch this golf tournament on Saturday and Sunday than watch YouTube golf.
And I still haven't been able to do it.
Let's go!
So I decided to bring in the big guns.
No, I mean, look, I'm happy for the people that enjoy it, but I enjoy something else.
Some of the stuff on the YouTube channels, and it looks like you're having a blast out there.
Yeah, it's great.
How much has that kind of maybe restored your, I don't want to say love for the game, but enjoyment, and just, you know, that the game can be fun as well? And has that carried over to tournaments?
It has. It's a great question. YouTube golf has made me feel like a kid again.
So I set out to write this story about how these 2 guys were totally contrasted as these both super interesting and like super entertaining players, but in very different ways. And I found myself watching both of them all afternoon long and thinking to myself, man, these guys both have the most important similarity of anyone in the field at this event, and it's trying to figure out the answer to Augusta National's question. Rory is an artist and Bryson is a scientist. Like, Rory doesn't watch YouTube and Bryson is YouTube. Like, the difference between these guys is like at the core of what golf is and what it is becoming right now. And I think it's sort of funny that we have this generational shift of old and new at the very same week that we attend this golf tournament that is at its essence sort of this battle between old and new. Only one of these guys' Masters dreams is going to come true. And that's in the best case scenario. In the very likely scenario, neither of their dreams comes true. And I don't know, it's a funny thing when you're witnessing these incredibly talented and incredibly contrasting stars, you realize that they're all chasing the same goal and they're just going about it in their own kind of freaky, weird, different ways. And whether that's 100 swing thoughts or whether that's trying to hit a ball through a gap the size of a laptop, like both of these guys are trying to win the Masters. And as we reach Friday evening, both of them have a pretty good chance of doing so.
Again, like golf tournaments are so long and there's so much that could happen even in the next 36 holes. My mindset was I shot even par yesterday. I probably need to get to somewhere between 12 and 15 under to win this tournament, and there was plenty of time to do that. So
it is one of the most fun cut lines to watch, I think, because
you're supposed to make the cut here. If you are a professional, proper golfer, you're supposed to make the cut here, which is why it's so ridiculous when Rory misses the cut, or Justin Thomas, who's missed the cut here last few years. He made the cut today. He's at even par. He basically said, like, as long as you make the weekend at Augusta, you have a chance. That's kind of the bottom line. It was good to see him be in chipper spirits, but like anyone who's walking off that golf course right now is just exhausted.
It was a real battle in between my ears with that, and I guess a lot, but there's a benefit of this place. You don't know what it's going to be. I have a guess that it's 4, but I don't know. And so it is a fight trying not to think about it, because it does you no good. So I guess every time I thought about it, I just tried to get back to like, where are you right now, and just hit this putt. Because Brian Harman talked about it when they asked him how you go about winning a golf tournament at the Open, and he always said, you know, you go through all these scenarios and it comes back to, well, then I need to make a good swing right now. So I was trying to do that best I could. I mean, it was clearly on my mind. I haven't played a weekend in a couple months, so but it was kind of fun to battle that.
Talk about a guy that needed a made cut. This is the first event with a cut where he's made the cut in the year of our Lord 2025.
He's been sad, and I don't know if any player makes you like feel for them more than when he's sad than Max Homa. He's like typically gregarious dude, typically smiling, typically wants to talk to the media at length. He's just kind of been a sad puppy dog for the last few months till today.
Yeah, he shot 2 over yesterday, but then 2 under today. Like, hit it all over the map, but hit a bunch of really elite golf shots. And, you know, afterwards he basically said, I'm almost embarrassed at how good this feels, because, you know, now, I mean, he's even par. He could make a move on the weekend, easily pop a top 20 or something. But the idea that he cleared this hurdle is like, it's the entire point of why the cut means something.
I feel like there are more surprising MCs this year based off of form coming in than in past years. Sergio playing great on Live, misses the cut. Keegan, your boy, playing pretty great this year, misses the cut. Brooks Koepka, a guy who munches on majors, misses the cut. Phil Mickelson even, like, has been killing it the last couple weeks on Live, said his expectations were as high as they've ever been in the last few years coming to Augusta. MC.
I started writing a story this afternoon about sort of just the brutality of the cut line, and it got worse and more grisly than I imagined it would. Bernhard Langer playing in his final Masters ever kind of misses the one place you can't miss on 18, needs par to make the cut, and now it's like, what do? Do you focus on the celebration, being honored by the green jackets, all the patrons, or do you grind to get this up and down?
Kind of a mixed emotions, because I was still inside the cut line, and even when I made bogey, I wasn't sure I'm totally out of there or not, because I actually thought 3 over would make the cut. As windy as it was today, I thought it was harder than yesterday, but it doesn't look that way. So there were lots of emotions flooding through my mind the last 2 days as I was, you know, walking the fairways. I saw my wife, I saw my 4 kids, saw 2 of my grandkids came out and supported me, and friends from Germany and family from Germany, and just even friends from all over the world, literally.
All right, so we are at the halfway point. This is halftime. What happens in the third quarter?
I mean, the cool thing is we have no idea, but up to this point, this Masters has been perfect. The golf course is set up perfect. It's firm, it's hard. If you're, you know, dead on, you can make birdies. If you're a little bit off, you can suddenly look very bad and stupid. I think we have the top dogs, the most exciting players in golf at the top of the leaderboard, ready to tangle. I don't know who wins. Do you know who wins? Can you tell me?
I'll answer that question with the question. If you are Justin Rose or Bryson DeChambeau entering this tournament feeling good about yourself, who would freak you out on the leaderboard?
Oh my God. I mean, Rory and Scotty both would
terrify
you.
And who's right beneath them on the leaderboard?
Those two guys. I mean, Ludwig would also terrify you in a different way. He's a little bit of an unknown. He's just a couple back, so we'll see what Saturday brings for him.
But that's what we've got. We've got the old man in the lead. We've got the live guy and his live buddy. And we've got the 2 best golfers in the world. Like, there's no way it can be bad.
It's the best tournament in golf. We've been waiting for a photo finish, and I think this could be the weekend that we get one.